What is SmackNPie? SmackNPie here, welcome to a quick Chapter 5 Mannequins video here on the channel. So, last time when we talked about Dark Deception Mega News Update, there was no Chapter 5 news, right? Well, it seems like Vincent Livings also agree with this just a little bit, because he tweeted out saying, quote, "Should I start teasing Chapter 5 more, or wait until everyone is done with Elden Ring?" Let me know down in the comments below. Have you seen or played Elden Ring, and how was it? Down in the comments below. And I have one other question for you guys. Do you think, since Chapter 5 is releasing in two parts, called Chapter 5 Part 1, Chapter 5 Part 2, do you think they should rename Chapter 5 Part 2 as Chapter 6? AKA the finale, because I really can't see everyone going, okay, Chapter 5 Part 1 has dropped, now Chapter 5 Part 2 will drop. I mean, it will look so weird on YouTube when you see the titles Chapter 5 Part 2, because a lot of people will be playing Chapter 5 Part 1 in separate, multiple parts. So what is it? Chapter 5 Part 2 Part 1? Chapter 5 Part 2 Part 2? Chapter 5 Part 2 Part 3? Like, come on now. Petition to change Chapter 5 Part 2 name into Chapter 6, but that is for Chapter 6. Go to the link in the description, go to this Vincent Livings tweet, and let him know that you guys want Chapter 5 teasers, just like them Chapter 4 days. Like, I really miss Chapter 4 days. Say whatever you want about the launch of Chapter 4 itself. Chapter 4 days was so good. Every week we had teasers. So many fan games, so many fan-made stuff that were showcased. Like, there has never been a single day leading up to Chapter 4 where I was not hyped, or I was not excited, or I was not... There was always something to make video about, there was always something to be excited about. Come on now, we need those Chapter 4 days for Chapter 5. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, regardless, as you know, on the fan games section, two developers are working on Mannequins fan game, aka Funky, and Calamus on that Mannequins fan game that I showcased here on the channel a couple days ago, actually a few weeks ago at this point. There's another one that has joined the little fan club, and they're none other than Emojix220. So they've been working on a Mannequins fan game long before, but I was not made aware of that until recently, and they shared a small teaser from their upcoming fan game. It is very like small showcase, but look at what they've made. They called it a short showcase of Mannequin Frenzy. Check it out. Yeah, so automatically, like, okay, first of all, they're Frenzy, right? Icy boys and whatnot, and like, it is unlit, way early in development and whatnot, but it raises a good question. We've seen this here and in the Funkies or Fankies fan game teaser as well. Both here and there, these mannequins are crawling. Why? This one portion of them crawling like that has never been talked about or has been confirmed by Vincent Livings in any Q&A. The closest we can get to in regards to mannequins animations being different is, Vincent Livings said, there are a variety of models, there are a variety of mannequins. In the first Fankies or Funkies teaser of Mannequin, the mannequin was just running normally, but in a very fast speed. Then in the second teaser we saw the mannequins crawling. Here, you saw multiple mannequins. One of them has a leg problem because he's walking like the other leg is not working, so it's like tipping-toeing, and the other mannequins are crawling. We also saw mannequins crawling in one of the fan games, very early Chapter 5 Mannequins fan game that I played here on the channel. It'll be up on the screen as we speak. It also had mannequins on the floor in a crawl position, and as soon as they get like sense of you or you get near them, they start crawling towards you. This is the same situation here. So mannequins crawling, it is not something new, but it is fascinating how our minds would automatically, jump towards mannequins crawling, because mannequins being faster and on their feet is as fascinating as it is, still allows us to explore the ideas of them crawling. Now we understand that spider enemies are not part of this Dark Deception. We saw Itsy Bitsy Spider Clown in the Monsters and Mortals Clowns DLC, but that does not mean that some of their attributes and mechanics and features can't be translated into other enemies, and mannequins could be a great opportunity. So my question to you guys is, do you guys think that mannequins officially in Chapter 5 will crawl like this? It gives them a little edge over the mannequins that are running towards us in normal posture, and if they're crawling, they might as well crawl on the walls might as well become spiders altogether. So this is an interesting conversation, this is an interesting debate that I think we should have, since we don't have that much, but this kind of reminds me of those Fans Reaper and Subrag days when we would have small fan games, small fan game teasers of Lucky running towards us with speed boost, or Penny the chicken throwing eggs at us, or that freaking pig destroying doors. Those were such fascinating and great days. Man, I miss those days. Please, can we have those days back? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you here. Hopefully I get one chapter 5 video every week for you guys, fan game or not. So let me know, what are your thoughts and theories about all of this down in those comments below. Subscribe, follow me to and I'll see you in the next one.